To become undeniable to the most aligned target audience of your dreams, you are going to need to become two things. And this is for the female founder using social media to grow her brand, to grow her business. You're going to need to become both a philosopher and a strategist. I would say most people are trying to be only one of those things, and you need to be both. Talk about the difference between the two. On one hand, we have the strategist, and she figures out what to do. Whereas on the other hand, we have the philosopher, and she figures out what is true. Okay, so a strategist is going to look at a common problem within her niche, and she's going to ask herself, given what is happening here, what should we change? And the answer that she comes to is going to come out with direction, guidance. It's quite literally going to be in the form of, here's what you should do. And then the philosopher, on the other hand, is going to ask the question, what does everyone believe about this that actually might be wrong? What is the thing underneath the thing? What is true beneath the surface here? And the answer that they come to is not going to be direction. It's going to be a worldview, a point of view. And so their language is going to sound like, here is what you're missing. So if I was only a strategist, you guys know exactly what I talk about at this point, I might say something along the lines of, you should create identity-driven content because it's going to create emotional resonance with your audience. And that is definitely helpful. You will take notes, you will save that post, you will take something away from it, right? And then the philosopher side of me might say something like, most people are not struggling to create content. They're struggling with their tolerance to become fully known for who they actually are. And that's why most people lean on useful content instead of being able to reveal what they actually think. And that's completely different than the strategist. That's a holy crap, I never thought of it that way type of moment for the audience. And that moment right there is the one that builds the authoritative visibility, the trust between me and you. Not because I gave you better advice. You're gonna think that I'm giving you advice. All I'm doing is changing the way that you understand something entirely. Now, the well-known thought leader, the female founder who is now a very well-known thought leader, she does both. She is both the philosopher that creates her own lens, and she's also the strategist that takes that lens and turns it into action for her students, for her customers and clients. This is all about your ability to articulate what people are experiencing that they've never been able to articulate themselves. Hold on. I say that, but I don't want you to start thinking to yourself, like, how can I say something that no one's been able to say? That's the wrong thought process. Don't forget, I told you to become a philosopher of your craft. You have to ask questions and then go find answers, and then create a lens, and then show people what to do about it. Be the strategist. When you combine both of these things together, you now have separated yourself from the pack. You're not just someone giving tips and tricks. You're quite literally becoming a person that people cannot afford to not follow.